What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we have a really cool modification for the Toyota Supra. These are new LED side marker lights for the rear bumper. These are DSG lighting, and I ordered these from A90shop.com. A90 Shop and DSG have basically spent a little bit of time creating these out of scratch. So this is super cool, brand new modification. What we're basically doing is replacing your rear side reflectors that you'll see in the rear bumper, and these are going to be active lights. They're going to be brake lights, sequential turn signals, and then your choice of either DRLs or reverse lights. These are going to be super cool. I do already have the paint to match one, so I'm just going to swap out these. So let's go ahead and unbox this product and see what we have to work with before we get the bumper off. So we have these two bubble wrap bags, and you can get these with a smoked lens or a clear lens. Since my car is white, I went with the clear because that'll blend really well, just like my body color ones that I'm going to be taking off. They have all the wires. There are 3 wires that come off of it, a red, a black, and a white. So that's going to be in each of those. And then at the bottom of the box, we have an alcohol prep pad, some zip ties, and then some wire connections. We're going to start off on this left and right side. We're going to unscrew these just like a normal screw. And with that off, we'll just put that aside. This piece right here is stuck on with 3 tabs. So just kind of give it some firm pulls, and that comes right off just like that. So then the first bolts to go ahead and take off, of course these are T20s. You can just use your tool and slowly start getting these little bolts off. So with the 2 bolts off on the top, now you're going to be using an 8mm for the 3 bolts that are inside this fender. Then once you get those off, you got to peel up the fender liner just a little bit because there's one more right here. You don't need to take your wheels off. If you have a low profile enough socket, you can easily get to these. The bottom one I can get off well, and then these other 2, I just use this one and then move to a little wrench. So with all those bolts out, you can see how this part I have popped out. And then what you're going to want to do is go to the underside and right to the left of the exhaust tip, and then right here you're going to notice 2 more of these little bolts. You can see it right here. We have one that I've already taken out, and then this one as well. And then over on the farthest left and right side, you're going to see all these tabs. I've already gone ahead and pulled these ones out. Alright, so the bumper is super tight, especially here with the tab. So what I'm doing is just pulling the bumper off a little bit, and with a very thin flathead, I'm able to get to the tab and pop it off without damaging the exterior paint or the taillight. Getting there. This is definitely a lot harder than the videos I've seen say. They all say just pop it right off. Way harder. It's a lot tighter than you might think. Alright, so that is out. That is a pain in the butt, and the cables are kind of just gonna hold it in place for a little bit. Alright, so I've already gone ahead and messed with the passenger side just to make sure I know exactly which wires are connected to where. So as you can see, we have it all connected. Here is the piece, and then I have 2 wires connected into the actual taillight, and then the white wire is going down into the reverse light. So where we're going to work is this wire right here coming down from the taillight. You're going to want to use a flathead and help pop this thing out of the plastic. That way we have a little bit more access to work with, and then just use your flathead to help get this tape off of it, so we can expose the wires a little bit more. Alright, so as you can see, we have a brown wire, a purple one, and then one that has blue and green on it. And then if I go ahead and take a look at the whole lighting assembly, on the back side we have 3 wires that come off of it. We have the long white one, which is going to go down to the reverse light, and then we have a red and then a black wire. So with that said, looking at the directions, if we're going to do this as a triple function, which is what I'm going to be doing because we obviously have a brake light, turn signal, and reverse light, we know that the red wire from the LED strip is going to go to the green/blue. So this one is going to go to that wire. And then the black wire is going to go to this far brown one. So we're not going to be dealing with the purple wire If you want to connect the white wire to the purple wire, that's going to give you a daytime running light. I don't want that. I would rather have the reverse light. So then to do that, the kit comes with the crimpers and everything. All we have to do is put it around the wire. So we obviously know one's going to go on the blue and green one, and then one will go on the brown one. Go ahead and get that connected. And then we will also put one onto the brown wire as well. I can simply just plug these in. These are very easy to work with. So plugging in the black one over to this brown wire now, and then the red one to the greenish one. So to work on the reverse wire, we're just going to be dealing with the green one down here. Same thing, I'm just going to put the wire crimper on it, and then with the pliers I can attach it, crimp it down nicely, and get that one nice and secured. And then from there I'm just going to take the other remaining plug connection and just stick the white wire into here, making sure it's inside the metal contact point. And then taking the pair of pliers, we can just crimp this one nice and tight, and that will securely hold the white wire into place. Alright, so that is all said and done. So as a recap, over on the passenger side, we have the black wire here going to the brown wire. We have the red wire going to the greenish blue wire. Both of the white wires on each side are going to the reverse light down here and connecting them into the green wire, which is your power wire. I think the hardest part of this project so far was just getting these tabs all off of the bumper underneath the taillights. As you can see, the little marks I made, that's from the flathead just popping these down. It's not going to damage anything, and of course you won't be able to see that little mark. Alright, so let's go ahead and test these out. He's going to first just tap the brake light so you can see the brake lights are on, and watch the sequential. So do it again so you can see how it comes up like that. Do one more. So now turn the hazards on. So this is what your turn signals are going to look like. As this one flashes, the one on the right or left side of it is going to do the sequential turn signal. So as you can see, everything is working, which is really good. Now we're going to start it up, show you the reverse light function. So reverse light is on, and these are lit up in a nice white color. Now we just got to button it up. This does have the 3M tape on it, which you do need to remove whatever reflectors you have in here. I made a much more detailed video when I did these white ones, but what you're going to really do on this back side is just take a hairdryer, heat it up from the inside and on the outside, and then use a flathead screwdriver to scrape the edge to actually peel them off. So with this piece right here, all I'm going to have to do is take my flathead and I can start peeling this off. I can obviously push it a little bit, and that'll start to remove it where I had the tape. You can see that, but just use a flathead to help wedge these off. The factory ones are going to be really stuck on there with the 3M tape, so you're going to have to work a little bit harder to get them off. All right, perfect fit, and just kind of pinch the adhesive against the bodywork just to make sure everything is nice and snug. So with both of those tucked away, these are all just kind of gonna sit wherever. I can get these plastic tabs back into place as well, at least lock it in. And these two can sit underneath the taillight right here, nice and out of the way. The reverse lights are much longer, so I might go ahead and even just tuck some back here, just to help get some of the access away. They don't need to be anything crazy tight or anything. Alright, so we are all done with the installation of the DSG lights on the Supra. They look super cool, especially right now. I like the clear lenses. It works really well, especially on a white car. So let's see if anything happens when I hit the key fob. I'll go ahead and lock the car. That was really cool. Hopefully you saw that. The sequential light just lights up really cool. And then unlocking it does the same thing. That is awesome. So as you can see, the sequential LEDs light up in a really cool way. They match nicely to the LED turn signals you get. So then we'll go ahead and fire it up. All right, so as you can see, the white lights up when it's in reverse. It's only gonna do it when his foot is off the brake. So every time he hits the brake, you can see the brake lights turn back on. But super cool way everything works. And whenever he does hit the brakes, you can see the sequential light up of all the LEDs. All right, well there you guys go, installing the really cool LED sequential brake light, turn signal, reverse light, 3 function lights on the Toyota Supra. Huge shout out to DSG Lighting and A90shop.com. They worked really hard at making these products and they look super cool. Fit and finish is perfect. Installation pretty straightforward, aside from just those tabs being a little bit of a pain in the butt underneath the taillights, but overall pretty easy installation to knock out in just a few hours, and they look really awesome on the Supra. Check out A90shop.com. I'll have them linked down below. They have literally everything you need for this Toyota Supra, so definitely check them out. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all next video.